Hello, everybody, and welcome to another season of DevTools and DevCools. My name's Andrew. I'm excited to be here as one of your DevTools and DevCools co-hosts. But this year, this season brings with it more than just another stream with Andrew in it. This year, we are bringing back one of y'all's favorite people, a brand new co-host for DevTools and DevCools, here to give Nick, our season 1 co-host, a run for his money. And based on his last appearance, I think it's going to happen. And I'm so excited to welcome the one, the only Parth to the stream. How is it going, Parth?
Hello. It's going great. And yeah, I think everything's good. How are you? How are you doing? How's out there in the West?
I'm doing okay. I'm realizing the more that I work in my shipping container office here that I'm not seeing the sunlight enough. I walked outside the other day and out of the office, and I realized that it was like a blue sunshiny day, and I realized that I had no idea that that was the case. But we're in a co-working space here, and so there's one of the co-working spaces is basically just half of the upper floor of this building that we're on, overlooking the waterfront in Victoria. And I'm like, there's a part of me that wants to see that every day. And then there's a part of me that's kind of okay that I'm in here because now I don't know if it's good or bad outside. And so if I just don't think about it, then it's fine. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. How are things in Toronto right now?
It is very sunny. It's nice. It's cold. This morning it was it got I say cold in relative standards, but in winter standards is pretty good. It's only -7, -6, but we haven't had that much just coldness in a while. So it was I woke up and I was like, it's pretty cold outside. And I'm like,
yeah,
but it's sunny. We got some sun out, so that's great.
I like it. Yeah, that's one thing I got to say that I miss about Ontario, is you can have these bitter cold days, but it'll be blue skies and sunny. But I'm definitely feeling we're doing much better. So for anybody that's watching the stream that's not in Canada, which is where we're kind of DevCycle and both Parth and I are, on the east coast of Canada, it's facing a lot of what the east coast of the US is facing right now, lots of snow, really cold. So definitely happy to not be there right now, for sure. Yeah, and I mean, I'm just super happy to be back here. This is by far one of my favorite streams. Parth, I gotta say, last time that you joined me on Feature Focus last year, you brought it, and so I'm excited that you're here. That we're co-hosting this stream together this year. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think we have a lot of things planned, and even today, I was I checked something, and I'm like, Andrew, check this out, and it's just adding more and more things to the already full stream. So I think it'll be fun. It'll be pretty.
It is the way of develop. I feel like scope creep is this is the stream where we want scope creep to happen. Yeah. There's no product manager here. There's no project management. Listen, we define our own technology that we wish to explore. And we've got all the time in the world. So for anybody that has never tuned into this stream before, first off, welcome to DevTools and DevCools. Parth, what is this stream for anybody that's like, what am I doing here? What have I walked into?
Is this your new initiation thing where you go check out the tech setup and give someone else it's instead of explaining DevCycle, now we're explaining the stream?
No, listen, man. I mean, technically, we're co-hosts on this one now, so I feel like you really should be the one going and checking out to see if the tech works. But I will happen to go and do. It just so happens that is also something that I'm interested in. Yeah. I mean, genuinely, I don't even know why we're here. What is DevTools and DevCools?
Yes. Well, in basic things, we're basically checking whatever is cool out there, whatever new dev tools are out there and checking if it's cool or not, if the hype is worth it, or if it's just there, and also gives us an idea or a way of just like checking new things out, which we don't really get to do in day-to-day like work stuff, because it's like there's always things, something or another happening, and you're just like, okay, I need like time away from the screen when you're done. But I think this kind of helps us look at like the backlog of things you want to try, and like kind of see if like how cool they are or where they are right now.
That was very well described, Parth. I also did have our audio. We sound amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was so well stated. And if you're looking for like the TLDR, and not TLDR that we're going to be looking at today, but like the TLDR, this is all about decoding the helpful from the hype. We are here to investigate the tech, so you don't have to. We got a ton of viewers on the stream too, so welcome everybody. If you're here in chat, like throw in a comment. I gotta say, Parth, you're a popular person to have on as co-host. When I posted this on LinkedIn, all of I don't know if they're just all your connections, or if just like you are so well known in the world that people were like over the moon that you were co-hosting today.
There is I guess a big connection of people that are in like the tech industry, and also like just like outside of, I guess, just friends, because of like robotics, like First Robotics, and like that brings in a lot of people. So there's always
like it. Amazing.
So
well, if you are a Parth stan or just a Parth fan, welcome to the stream. I'm the other guy that'll be here today. So on today's stream, we're going to be exploring a lot of different tech, but kind of the pieces that we had like decided on Monday when we talked about what we were going to do today. We're going to be looking at the Elixir Pheonix framework. So it's an Elixir programming language. This is going to be fun too, because I've never explored functional programming. I'm like an OOPS fan. I feel like that describes both my like understanding of programming and my abilities at programming. We're also going to look at the TLDR web dev newsletter. And we're also going to try out, we're going to try out a new code editor that Parth shared this morning. We're gonna do that first, actually, and then we'll kind of use that as we go through. This may be a terrible decision, but it's all right, because that's what this is all about. It's very popular framework, or a very popular web code editor right now. So the other thing here, and I'm very glad that Parth agreed to do this. So if you've watched these streams before, you will learn that I'm not a very good programmer. I consider myself like an artisan, not an artisan. That's the wrong word. An amateur, a passionate amateur developer. But nobody would pay me. Nobody would pay me to build software. But here I get to build software, and I'm guided by these amazing people. So last season I got to be guided by Nick. Today I'm going to get guided by Parth, and who knows, maybe in the future I will try and guide Parth, and then he's basically just going to be doing it all. That's really what that episode will be.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So let's jump into it. I love that I say this, and I was like, yeah, Parth, I'll totally drive. And you're like, oh, that means I don't have to work. Anyways, let me close this, and let's look at that beautiful background. I need to change this.
I heard you talk about the backgrounds in one of the other streams, and I agree with you. Whoever's doing these photos, they're doing an amazing job. And also the ones that were like on the lock screen when they just like move, and I'm like, oh, this is what I need. Like this is exactly like what I want to look at.
Right. Okay. But you know what we're gonna do now? I'm gonna change my background. I wonder appearance. How do I change my background? I'm going to pull this over here. There we go. Where am I changing? I feel like wallpaper. It's probably literally a thing that says wallpaper. What else do we got here? Some Big Sur stuff. I upgraded recently. What are we going to do? Do I need to download these? Oh, there we go.
It will download.
What do we got? Oh, there we go. Now they're changing for us. I don't know. These are nice, but they're not as nice. But let's go. Nice. Underwater Earth. Shuffle air. Ooh, there we go. I think we were on Sonoma. Yeah. Let's go this California. Trembor Ridge. See how this looks?
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Come on. What are you doing, Apple? I want to see it now. What are you doing? This shouldn't take so long to download. This isn't what we care about. What we care about is the text. So while our wonderful wallpaper is downloading and we are excited over that, let's pull up the browser that we're going to be exploring today, which I did actually see this recently. Oh, not Zed.com. That's probably going to bring me somewhere I don't want to be. Zed Code Editor. There we go. Ooh, look at that background. Beautiful.
Ooh, that looks amazing.
It does. And just not too far from here. All right. So here's this new code editor. So it is called, I need to shut off my Slack because I don't want to dox myself. And I'm going to turn on my focus until this evening. Okay. So here is Zed. Where did you hear about Zed, Parth?
I saw it online, actually, on YouTube. There's this YouTuber called Theo.
Okay.
E3.gg, I think. And he mentioned Zed, and he was just talking about, like, he's like, oh, there's a new code editor that came in the horizon, and checking it out. And then he had another video like this morning, and I was like, oh, this is like cool. But yeah, I think that's like, I saw 2 videos about it, like from the same person, and he was just like talking all the great things about it. And I'm like, oh, I'm on Mac, and this is only made for Mac, so it should be kind of better. And because like when you make it like specific technology only, it becomes like you get to like kind of unlock a lot of potential that you may not have when you're trying to make it for everybody. So
it's true.
That's it's what kind of got me in. I'm like, should give it a try. And yeah, I started this morning, and it was pretty cool.
Love it. Yeah, I do agree, right? It's interesting. I know another really popular app that's out right now from the browser company. That's the Arc browser. They're moving towards Windows. I do a lot of PHP development in my own life. And there's a new technology that's been Mac specific called Laravel, called Herd, which is like a kind of like WAMP. Anyways, and they're now moving over to Windows. And I do wonder, right, like you said, is this going to actually impact the quality in a negative way? Because now they're having to build for multiple platforms and maintain them. So
yeah.
All right. So technically I did install this already today, and then I uninstalled it because I realized I wanted to see the whole process. So people will miss a couple of things, but let's go through the process. Look, we are opening a file. I'm glad you could all see this. Let's drag our Zed app over there. Ooh, it made the sound that I wanted it to make. We're going to move that down. I've also turned on Stage Manager recently, and I'm a big fan.
I'm one of those people that has like 20 windows open, so Stage Manager doesn't really help me. But I've seen people use it, and I'm like, oh, this needs some intuition, or like you need to kind of build it into your to like day-to-day for sure.
You absolutely do. Okay, let me close this. I don't know why my Finder's not opening. Is my Finder somewhere? Oh, there it is. My Finder hiding somewhere? I feel like it's probably on another full screen window. Where are you, Finder? I need you to exist. You're not coming. You're not coming. I'm just going to look up Zed then. Fine. There we go. All right. Let's assume that this is opening Zed from the right place, though. I don't know if it is. Cancel. I don't want to do that. Where the heck is my Finder? there it is. I did have it open. It was here in my downloads folder. We found it. We did it, everybody. Stream over. Okay. We got that. We're there. Holy moly. All right. Let's scroll down. Let's find Zed. Open. Spectacular. It opens in the wrong window, as I would expect. All right, so here we are. Technically, I've actually skipped through the first stage. So when you initially install it, it tells you to set the theme, to set the key bindings, and you can set them to like default values. And then the final thing that it tells you to do is to install the CLI. And so I think I already did it, but I'm going to click this again.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what it's trying, like, I'm assuming it's installing.
Probably in the background somewhere. Yeah.
Maybe. I have no idea. I mean, here we are. It integrates with Copilot, terminal panel. I mean, I like all of the things that I'm seeing so far. Sign in. Let me sign in. Let's get Copilot up here. Connect to GitHub. Whoop. Let's go over here. All right, let's get this up here. 2A0E007.
Yeah.
I did it, everybody. We're here. I wonder if this is going to be happy with me. Waiting for connection. The cool thing here is we'll technically be able to like pair if this works well.
Yeah, I think that's something as well. Like you can kind of just collaborate in the workspace. I haven't I heard about it working. I just didn't look into it.
Okay, work in real time. So I got to sign in to enable collaboration. So I'll sign in. You have successfully signed into Zed and can close this at any time. Add a contact. Channels, contacts. I'm going to add a contact. Oh, what's your GitHub use? What's your GitHub username, Parth?
It's a Suthar26.
Suthar26. Oh, there we go. Nice.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. We got a request.
I got a request.
Nice. You accepted it. And so now if I click on you, does anything happen? Call Suthar. What? Okay, I don't know if this actually helps me. Let's open a file and actually just like get started. Let's go new. And let's just see if we can actually do this. How do I share? Inline assist, I don't want. I feel like it's one of these share things. Project panel.
Maybe it needs to be a channel.
Yeah, try channel. Okay, try channel and invite me. We'll see if that works. Or I can do the same. It doesn't really matter. We're not gonna get to anything on today's stream. Yeah. We're just gonna be setting up Zed. I love it. Forget Phoenix. We're just doing Zed. It's all about the SEO, folks. Did it work? Wait, something's happening. You are on a call.
Oh, yes. I think it's because I clicked the channel.
Okay, so do we need to create a channel? Like, do you need to invite me to a channel?
I don't know what the channel helps with.
Test 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Notes. Yeah, now you're in the call.
Allow. Okay, I'm in a call too.
Yeah.
So if I invite you, how do I invite you? That's the real question.
That is the real question.
Join channel. I'm gonna leave this channel. Should we look at documentation for this? I feel like we've reached the stage where documentation may be helpful.
Yeah, very helpful.
Okay, how do I leave? How do I leave this conversation?
You see where it says your name, your username? Right beside it, there's the exit icon.
Oh, this one?
That's above channels.
Oh my God, that's not obvious at all. Okay, let's go and see what the documentation says here, because that's super confusing. Zed Code Editor. Does it have docs? It does have docs. Good. Getting started. Download. We did that. Set up our key bindings. Required. No Linux support. Configuring Zed. Using Zed. Collaboration. Only collaborate with people you trust. Blah, blah, blah. Adding and collaborate to call. Before you can collaborate, you need to collaborate to your contacts to do this. Open contacts menu. Okay, we did that. Inviting a collaborator. You can add an existing Zed user contact from the Zed menu. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That tracks. So I need a file open first. So file new. And then I add you up here. New file, new terminal, new search. Do I need to save it first, maybe? Save test.html. Okay, sure. Okay, no. Settings. That's not actually helping me with what I need to help with. Inviting show contacts. Are these docs already old? Accept sharing a project. Share a project. When you invite a collaborator to join your project, your new call begins. Your Zed window's top right of the window. I feel like these docs might already be outdated. Channels, delete channel, remove. Parth is online. So how do I add somebody here? That's the real question.
Oh, I think I found something.
What do we need to do? How do I add you? Do I need to create a project or something?
I can add you to a channel.
Okay, I accept that.
Now we're both in the channel.
Okay, so now we can chat with each other.
Yes.
That's great.
And
awesome.
Then this channel opens up if you open channel notes, so if you click on notes at the top,
yeah,
you will see you can type whatever you want.
Okay, and that works. That tracks. But my question here is, how do we share documents? Like, how do we actually share code?
That is a...
Because that's what we're going to need today.
Yep.
Invite your collaborator to join your project, inviting non-Zed users. So here it's saying you can add an existing context menu deployed from show contacts and then clicking search for new contact. If you're watching our stream right now and you have used this before and you know what we are doing wrong, please let us know. Open, add folder to project. Maybe I just need to actually create a folder. I'm going to need a folder anyways. So let's just create a new folder and we're going to call this, where's my main screen here? Is it over here? There we go. Oh my God. Why am I doing it this way? I'm just going to go to my terminal. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's go cd mk. Is it mkdir?
One word.
mkdir. And we'll call this Pheonix. Awesome. ls cd phoenix. All right. Perfect. And then we're going to open this folder. Get rid of that file. Open. Add folder to project. Open. Let's go into Andrew and Phoenix. Open. Okay, I got a new window open here now. That doesn't help me. I'm so confused how this works.
Oh, there's some things on the top, on the left, on the other side. In this.
Yeah, right. Oh, share. There we go. But who am I? Stop sharing with call participants. Oh. Okay. All right. Hold on. I've got it now. So I need to add a folder to this project. So let's do that. File, add folder to project that I have currently open. Add Phoenix. Is this what I wanted to do? No. Phoenix. No, that's not what we wanted to do. Oh, we were in the right place. I'm going to close all of this. Close window and hang up. Good. All right, let's open Zed again. Close this. We're going to start from scratch because I definitely feel this is not as intuitive as I would like it. Would you agree?
The collaboration part is not as intuitive as I would like it as well.
Yeah, I definitely feel like if you have to read the documentation to run a code editor, I mean, in fairness, I guess that's not unlikely. Okay, here we go. So Phoenix is here. Great. This project exists. Amazing. And then you saw the things here. And then now new. Great. I've got this file here. File. Let's call, I don't even want to call this anything. Plus. Yeah. Okay. So great. You're here. Now, how do I share this? Because we had new folders opened. Like we had that other view that opened there before. Why are we not seeing it here? Do you see this at all?
I am trying to do the same thing, but I'm not seeing anything as much as I would want to. Like,
what?
Seeing anything?
Go file share. How do I share? How do I share, Zed? I just want to share. I want to build things. I don't want to have to troubleshoot getting this set up. This is feeling hype-ish to me.
Yeah. At least the collaboration part. At least the collaboration.
Yeah, it may be a great code editor, but it's definitely feeling like challenging to get set up. Or the two of us combined just don't have any idea what we're doing. Okay, file, close window, open recent. Is it maybe just the project thing? Because you were able to get into that other one.
Yeah.
Somehow, which I don't understand. File, open.
Oh, test. I think you need to be in a call and then you can share.
Okay, so if we're in the channel,
1 second.
Can I mute myself?
I need to mute myself. I don't know from where.
Oh, yeah, it's on the right-hand side.
Thank you.
Okay, so then that's good.
And then now let me see.
You might need to create something.
So I have a project already open. but I cannot share this project.
Oh, hold on. I got one here too.
Oh, open.
Share.
Oh,
Okay. Oh my God. That should not have taken that long to do.
all right. I'm going to try making a new.
Yeah, try your side too. Okay,
wait.
No, we're all good. We're all good. I went back in.
You went back in. Your connection to the remote project has been lost.
Oh, your connection to it did. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so
let me share. Let me share.
Oh,
yeah, there we go. Open. Yep.
You see?
Okay.
Phoenix.
Yeah, I see it.
Phoenix test. All right, I'm gonna make a new file in this.
I see hello. Like I see this hello thing. Oh, you've already actually added the hello stuff in. Amazing.
I skipped some steps.
Yeah, it works.
Do you see the test file?
Yeah. I see the test.txt and I see the entire hello file too. So
okay, perfect. We got it set up.
Okay, so because we want to do the Elixir from scratch. So let's go back to my project. So I'm going to leave this one, close it.
Yes, I'm going to unshare.
Okay, and then I'm going to share, and I'll share, and then you should be seeing a Phoenix folder, failed to join, already subscribed, and then I'm going to create a new. Can I create a new?
At the bottom, at the bottom of that, you'll see the bottom of that page. Or
oh yeah, I see it.
No. Go all the way. You know the status bar? Yeah.
Status bar.
The first icon there. First icon. And now.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't love that.
It's very small. Like it's hard to. It's very easy to miss.
Yeah, I wish that these could both stay open. There's probably, you know what it is though? They're expecting just you're going to change with key bindings. So that's fair. That's fair. All right. Let's open our terminal, which was over here. Yes. Awesome. Okay. We're in our Phoenix folder. Brilliant. We did it, everybody. It took us a half an hour to get our code editor working, but okay. I mean, it probably actually takes that long to get a good code editor set up. And it does feel very Atom. Did you ever use the Atom code editor?
I did, like a long time ago. And then I switched to VS Code and then did not look back.
Yeah, same here. If you have, by the way, excuse me. I actually really enjoyed Atom when I first started using it. I found it much more accessible. I actually find Atom very similar to, there's another really popular code editor that like has the same vibe as Atom. And
just wanted to point out the reason that you are seeing a lot of similarities between Atom and Zed is because Zed is by the developers or creators of Atom.
Yeah, no, exactly, which is awesome. Alternative to, but there's another editor that's not by them that I really, Sublime Text. I find Sublime Text has like the same kind of vibe as both. Technically, I find it's actually got a very similar vibe to this code editor that we're using and Atom, but I do like the collaboration piece here. So amazing. I mean, not ideal, but like I'm not entirely disappointed. It took way longer than I would have liked it to, but like that's life. I guess I need to mute myself too because I'm going to be coming through in multiple places. Mute audio. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So Zed done. Let's go over and check out Elixir. Not Elixir. We're looking at Phoenix, but I mean we can pull up Elixir too because it's technically both. So yeah, this is Elixir, functional programming language, and then Phoenix is a
framework built upon it. Yeah.
Now, how did you find out about Phoenix? I know we talked about this before, but I'm curious how you found it.
One of my family friends I was talking to, and they were like I was just talking about like the cool things that we were kind of currently working on or currently like looking at. One of the and I was just talking about like server-side rendering and kind of all of that because React, the whole React ecosystem right now is revolving around server-side components. So I'm like, this is pretty cool. And I mentioned that, and they're like, I use this I've used Phoenix and Elixir. You should look into it. It's basically the same thing where rendering happens on a server, and like the live view is great. So I'm like, it looks nice. It looks like it looks something, should dabble into and see where we get.
I love it.
Kind of, that's where it started and where we are now.
I like it. This sounds great. Yeah, and again, functional programming language built around the idea of web apps. So I think it's really good. And I think also very interesting. I hadn't really heard of Elixir much before, but then I was thinking, because I was doing a bunch of Battlesnake stuff, docs. I was doing a bunch of Battlesnake stuff over the past few weeks, and I remembered, I'm pretty sure that there's a quick start Battlesnake written in Elixir. Is there? Maybe I'm wrong. TypeScript, Elixir. Yeah, I knew this was here. So I like this. Do you know about Battlesnake at all, Parth? Like, aside from like what it is?
I don't know a lot. I know a little bit of like, but I haven't really like dabbled into it.
Okay. So the important thing here that I find really interesting is just like kind of understanding how it works, because it's really simple, and then being able to make comparisons between. So like this is basically a Battlesnake server. Like it's just a server that you're creating to communicate with a game engine. And so like here is like the Node.js starter version. And I'll zoom in here. And so basically you're creating an Express server. You've got 4 endpoints: the root endpoint, start, move, and end. Yeah. And so like that's basically like the simplest functionality of that here. And then in your actual logic for a snake that you're having, you're kind of going in and sort of going through and returning a move of up, down, left, or right, based on whichever endpoint you're hitting. So what we don't really care about Battlesnake here. It's more just like it provides a really easy comparison of like the difference between, say, JavaScript and Elixir. So I want to see what this looks like. So let's go here, this fly.io one, and there's a lot of stuff that I don't know if I necessarily care about here. Yeah, I don't care about that. I want to see that like basic server setup logic. I have a feeling it's probably in here. Yeah, so it's going to be in here. Test, yeah, so it's going to be in here. And then let's go over and check out this starter Battlesnake, and then router.
Router will have all of your.
Yes, there we go. All right, so let's put these side by side so we can kind of get an idea of what the difference is between these two.
Yeah, so this is why you need Arc in your life, so you can just do side by side windows.
You know what though? I have. Is it Windows Screen? No, it's called. Oh, what is it called? I have a window management application, which I obviously am not using. What is it called? Where are you? I have it set up to automatically go on. Come on. Rectangle. That's it.
Rectangle.
Okay, there we go.
I've heard about this. I think is this like similar to how Windows has like those kind of, you can snap and go? Is it
kind of, you can kind of just, I think it's more set up so that you have the ability to like, let me just get rid of that. I'll put that down. It's more so you have the ability to set where you want your windows to appear. And then it just gives you kind of like a quick control. And I think there's key bindings for all of this too, if you know how to use them, which I don't, but this gives us the easy look here. Okay, so here we have 2 servers. So we've got an Express server we're importing here, and then here's our import. So we got app.express, and then we got app use, and then app get, post use. Okay, awesome. So let's look at kind of the difference here. So here, Battlesnake routers. So we're grabbing a router, logger, snake moves. We don't really care about that. So get, send response, send. Awesome. That makes sense. Start, post, start, do, end. That's super clear. And then obviously we're just kind of like identifying functions here. I mean, this seems okay. I don't hate this.
Yeah.
I'm not a big, I don't know about you. Like, I like when you use brackets, specific kinds of brackets and like periods or commas or whatever to end a sentence or end a function or end a method. So it's one of the reasons I've never been able to get into like Python, right? Because it's all about indentation and all that. Where do you end in that world of sort of indentation versus like
non-indentation? I think I am at a place where, so I started coding with Java. So very much like you need to end in semicolon or else it's not going to work. And I took the same thing to JavaScript, and I did like a little bit of like Arduino and stuff. And it all has the same thing where you need to use brackets and like all that you need to do. It's not indentation based. And then when I touched Python, I was like, ooh, interesting. Like it can do things for you, but it is also like you need to know what you're doing. And then now when I'm in TypeScript, and I think our kind of formatting is set so that there are no trailing semicolons. So we don't have any semicolons in any of our code base. So but it's also not at indentation based. It's more of like you're using brackets to kind of define where you start or end. So I will say I am in the middle. Right now what we're doing, I think I like it. It just makes it a little simpler to look at. But I'm also at a point where I'm like, if I do not want to be thinking about adding a semicolon. Like my format, like prettier something somewhere should be taking care of this. Like my code editor should be adding it on its own.
that's
why I like TypeScript right now, because like you don't have to. Same with JavaScript. Like you don't really need it. You could have it, you could not have it. So it's like makes it a lot like it's less things you have to worry about, and this is better. It's like
that's true. I will say, right? Like there's a lot less that can go wrong, it seems like, in Elixir. So yeah, this looks, I mean, really, like if you look at these, one does definitely look nicer than the other. And it's definitely not the JavaScript one. So sorry, already aesthetically pleasing language. Aesthetically pleasing, which I love. Okay, so not that we needed this, but I do think it's really valuable. I'm sure that there's probably a hello world example that we're going to see, but I like seeing like more advanced things like server responses. Anyways, not important. Let's go into the Pheonix framework. So web development, you need to build APIs, you need to build front ends, you need to build things. And so Pheonix is a way to do this. We're going to go through the getting started guide, right? That was our kind of our thought. And then we'll see if we can actually go to build something. So we're going to get a up and running. Let's get a Pheonix running as possible. To installation guide by installing any dependencies beforehand. Installation guide. All right. Pheonix is written in Elixir. Pheonix, Postgres. Do I need a database? You shouldn't need a database. Oh, I can use SQLite. That's fine. Okay, so installation. Please look at this list. Do I need to do this? Like what? These docs aren't super clear. Like, am I running this mix command? I have a feeling I can't.
You cannot run that mix command.
Do I need to go over to Elixir and install Elixir first? Is this what I need to do? I mean, I guess we're going to. Are we gonna? Is this what we're gonna do? Come on, what are you doing, Pheonix? I mean, I get it. They're expecting you to kind of know what the heck you're doing, but
yeah.
Mix install, yes. Right, let's just install Elixir then. Nope, we're not gonna do it here though. We're gonna do it over in Zed. Let's install Elixir. Do a brew install. Thank you, brew. It really, it's so funny. Because I use Windows and Linux for development, and so like you get really spoiled on Mac things like brew and all the rest of this stuff.
You do. I definitely agree. It makes it easier, but now there's a lot of new things coming to Windows. Kind of talking about like we may see this in TLDR, but yeah, there are some things. There's some cool things coming to Windows for sure.
There are also. Have you heard of Flatpak for Linux? So Flatpak, it's a little bit different, but Flatpak, and well, that's installing. So because I do Chromebook stuff on my Chromebook often for development stuff. And if I'm not using web browser, I install software through Flatpak. I mean, this is less dependencies and more software, but this has been set up kind of the same way as a lot of these kind of like the installation dependency managers, is just like basically giving you a really straightforward way to install things that you can have them all kind of in one place, and they're packaged really well. And it makes sure that you're not installing something that you shouldn't be installing on your device. So I kind of love that we're going the way of like, we're going to move away from letting you install anything. And instead, you're going to need some sort of a package manager at every stage in order to ensure that you're installing the right things and it's actually compatible. All right, let's head back over to Zed and see how we're doing. Okay, so we're installed, we're set up. That's great. Let's look at our docs again, close this out. Here in Pheonix Elixir, here's a command to install Hex. I guess we're doing this. Yes. I don't know. Can I read documentation? It's the question of the century. All right, it's working. It's doing something. Are you sure you want to install? Yes. Wonderful. Okay, great.
Oh, another little quick nugget. Whenever you have like yes or no and the capitalized, you probably know this, but the capitalized is the default option, so you can just press enter and it will just do Y.
Parth, what are you doing? Drop in knowledge bombs. All right, let's see. Okay, I think we've got this mix install. Once we have, and like we are ready to install Phoenix. Okay, let's see if this works. Does it work? Okay, so here's one thing that I will say. I don't. Oh, it's installing it there. I don't know if I like that.
Are you talking about the .mix and how it's in your user folder?
Yeah, I mean, I know that I installed it globally, which is totally fine, but I don't love that when I'm running it from here, it's installing it in there. Not a huge fan of that.
Where would you want it to install?
I'd like to, you'd think that it would. So regardless of whether I've installed it globally, I would have expected that it would have installed into my Pheonix folder here.
I see what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I don't know. Like for some things, I agree with that. Like I think the way using npm for the longest time, it makes it easier to know what's happening because you have to explicitly say like this is a global dependency, install it globally, and then hey, this is not a global dependency, do not install it locally. So those are the two things that I would look at. Is like we're not really saying this is a. Actually, we are saying to do it in archive.install. So I think that's why it says mix archive.install and then hex Pheonix new. That was the command.
Well, let's see what happens then. Let's see what happens. I have a feeling this is going to break if we do this. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. But what are our options that we have here? Build new package, short hard hex, reads, install, organization. I feel like there's probably archive install. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. I'll just add that folder. I did see the way to add the folder. Add a folder to this project. And then I'm going to go over to, where did we install it again? We installed this into there. And see, this is another thing, right? So like if your Finder on Mac is not set up to view dot files, I think this is it. Yeah, there we go. You're not going to see it automatically. So like there's some, I don't know.
I think this is one of the things that I don't know if I would want to see. I would just be like, it's somewhere and I don't really care about it. It's like, it's there. I don't need to see it.
But I guess you've got to act like this is the thing, right? If I'm doing this install command, I've got to access that if I want to do any editing, right?
I think so. This is the thing you just installed. I think that's the the whole generator, so you can reuse the generator.
Oh my God.
Depends.
See, when I'm seeing this, I'm like, oh, great. So is this not everything set up to go? So this is just the application generator. See, yeah. This is why there are co-hosts on this show, folks. Hey, Casual Economist. All right. Thank you, Parth, for pointing out the obvious. We don't care about this. Oh, sometimes I wonder how I'm still employed. All right, let's go. Let's go here. And let's paste this. All right. We didn't care. Now we care. And we created it in the right place. We did. Do we want to create that? Yes. Amazing. We're installing. Running. This is slow. Bun really spoiled me for like speed of these things. It's like so fast. So anytime it's not as fast as Bun, I'm very disappointed. This is no Bun.
This is no Bun. You're saying this is no fun.
Oh, what's up? Hey, there we go. The rhymes are here. Okay, great. So am I seeing it here? Okay, good. It's in there. Mm-hmm. Awesome. All right, we're almost there. The following steps are missing: cd hello, then configure your database there, start your Phoenix server with that. So you do need a database. I think that's stupid. I don't think you should require a database in all these things, but here we are. Let's cd into there. And then we're going to create a database in the devs. Where's this hiding? In config and dev.exs. Postgres, we're going to do SQLite.
Do you already have SQLite running locally? Or do you have it running somewhere?
Let's see. I definitely don't have Postgres installed and running locally, so we may need to go and do this. SQLite. Let's go homebrew. Actually, hold on. I think it's SQLite. Nope, wrong thing. SQLite-B. That's not right. Check SQLite version. No, I don't want to do that. No. Import. There we go. I wonder if this will work. Okay, yeah, it's running. So how do we set up SQLite though? In here, let's go over here and look at. Okay, great. We're going to follow this in a minute. cd hello, create. Okay, so we're going to come back to this in a minute, but we need to go and check out our database stuff. Where's our search? There we go. Database, using other databases. Oh, that would have made sense. I could have just done all the work here. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to create a new one because we haven't done anything yet.
We have not yet.
So let's just go and let's just cd out of here and let's create another one. Ugh. Oh my God. No, I didn't even change it. All right. Is it going to be SQLite? Let's see if this actually goes through. SQLite 3. Hello Phoenix already exists. Phoenix, Hello Phoenix. Oh, I guess I got to delete this one. Oh, yeah, because I started to create it. Delete. No RMRF here, everybody.
Right click to paste. Right?
Sorry?
You're too used to Windows when you just like right click and paste.
I feel like that's part of it. I don't know. I'm just not a true programmer because key bindings are not my friend all the time. All right, but we got our Hello Phoenix here. We got to set up with SQLite, which is good. Hopefully, I would expect this to actually create the SQLite file as well, like the database file. So I wonder if it's going to do that.
It might do that on the first run, but
let's see. Config DEVCYCLE.
You're in the wrong folder.
Am I? No, I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about. Database path hello phoenix.dev. Do we see this file anywhere? Where is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be in our root, right?
Yes, it's not
All
there
right.
at the moment.
All right. So let's just create it. All right. You know what? We're going to do.
You want to? I think you should just.
You
I
want
think
to
you should
run
just
it? Happens?
let it run. Yeah.
All right. I'll trust you. We're going to see if this works. Mixecto create.
Mm-hmm.
No mix.exe. Oh, it's because I'm in the wrong folder. Hello?
Nope.
No, cd hello Phoenix. All right. Now let's try this.
There you go. You have your dev.db.
Look at us. Okay, now here's the real thing. Will Zed allow you to actually view this in database table format? That would be killer. No, it does not. Well, maybe it does once we populate it. I don't know. Okay, so that's in there. Now let's head back over here. So we seeded into there. We created that. And now we're going to run this mix. And you can also run inside Interactive Elixir. I don't know what that means, and we're not going to do it anyways. All right, so let's run this. Wonderful. Build, build, build.
It's
good.
It says it's accessible at localhost 4000.
Good things have happened. Hey, look at us.
There you have it.
Look at us. All right, let's go take a look at our file structure. This is good. So we're using Tailwind. Who's not using Tailwind in 2024? If you're not using Tailwind, I saw a great video that was like the death of Bootstrap was the birth of Tailwind. So I feel like it is the Phoenix. All right, vendor folder. We've got our top bar in here with a lot of JavaScript, which we don't really care about right now. We got our app.css, which is pulling in Tailwind stuff. We got our JS, which should be empty, not fully empty. Importing Phoenix HTML stuff. Okay, CSRF token, live sockets. That's awesome. So we're long polling. Progress bar. Okay, that's interesting. Configs. We already looked in here. I don't think most of this is going to be super important for us.
Yeah.
Assets, we can close that. We got our build folder here. Dependencies we don't care about. Hello Phoenix. So that I think we care about. This I don't think we care about right now. Repo static. Stream did not work. All right, robot, images, logo. Okay, so static stuff that's in this privilege folder we do care about. I think this is just an errors, like a logging folder.
Maybe.
I'm interested that there's like the assets folder.
Yeah.
Where you're storing this. And then we've also got this priv folder and then this static folder and then assets and images in here. Would you not expect those to be in the assets folder?
Yeah, I would expect them to be in the assets folder unless if there is something else that's happening at runtime or at build that does something with the priv folder and moves the assets into the static folder.
It must. We're going to worry about that in a minute. Yeah. We're going to head into, let's see what's going on here. So let's go. So we've got this Hello Phoenix and Hello Phoenix web.ex file. And then we've got this Hello Phoenix.web layouts app. Okay. We got a lot of stuff here. We have many codes. Many codes,
yes.
Many codes. All right, so let's check out all of the codes which we have. So first off, we've got in our Hello Phoenix folder, which I have a feeling is probably related to this Hello Phoenix. So yes, we're defining the Hello Phoenix module and then all of our logic that's going on in here. And then the same for the web with a little bit of extra logic and pulling in our router. I mean, this is a lot to get started. I will say that.
It is, yeah.
This is a lot to get like a basic website out there. But I mean, it's not terrible. Like everything in here tracks that it would be there. We got controllers. Okay, controllers. This is awesome. Heeks.
You want to go back to the build for a second?
Which one? The routers or
controllers? Yeah. Page controller.
Controllers.
And then the page _controller.ex.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Sorry, it wasn't this. I forget where you were.
Hold on.
I forget that I have access to viewing the same thing.
Yeah, you can view it as well. Like this. Okay, so this is the thing, right? Is we're not used to doing this. We're not used to doing like Google. I mean, so here's the interesting thing is I think we are used to doing it if you're using something like Replit or like some of the other ones, but not with this. So yeah. Okay, so we've got our router, Hello Phoenix page controller.
Real quick. You already opened it one time, but
oh yeah. So we're setting our session options in here. What were you interested in looking at in here?
Just the endpoints that it has, if any. So
yes. So we've got our root endpoint, which is pulling from that Hello Phoenix stuff, and paths, and then we've got this socket, like this web socket endpoint.
Yes, that is true. I was looking at. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize.
Else on the screen, and it was the router.ex. It's a little confusing, like the way it is structured. I would say.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a lot of things happening, so it's like it's a little overwhelming. I think I would put it that way.
That's a good way to put it. I mean, especially if you look at things like, I don't know, like you can get a Node.js project set up pretty quick with very few of these.
Yeah, there's less folders and less moving parts for you to like kind of like you're feeling less overwhelmed. But on the other side, this is a full full stack structure. So would that be the reason that it is?
I wonder, is there a more simple like API example that they have?
Head over to Phoenix. It would be an Elixir thing. It would not be a Phoenix thing.
Oh, I get. Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. It's funny because right, there's some frameworks that like. Okay, so here's the interesting thing about frameworks, right? Is they go either one of two directions. Either they want to give you everything, or they give you the option to like go with the base model of things that you need, and then you can add on to it with modules. I feel like it's so much smarter to go with that base model that's not super confusing and then add modules on afterwards, like, and give you good documentation versus like giving you everything and the kitchen sink at once. Do you agree or disagree? I'm very curious.
It depends. So it depends on what type of framework you want. So let's say if you want to React, and if you do create React app, you're going to get a very simple boilerplate, just React app.
Yeah.
But now if you're in Next, and if you do like create a Next app, like Next.js app, then you're going to see a lot of the similar things, whereas like there's like a lot of things happening, or it's still less than this, but it's still like a good amount of things happening, because you'll have a backend, you'll have your like the next backend, you'll have your front end. So it's like there are like it's both ways. I think you need to know what you're getting out of Phoenix for you to be making a more what do you call it? A better judgment call on that, if it's giving you everything or if it's not. I don't know if you've used a Nest.js, like it's a backend framework. So that if you were to do, I think if you were to just create one, it does a lot as well. So I think it all just depends on what type of framework you want and what are you getting out of it.
It's true. In fairness, like I feel like it's also like the syntax thing also throws me. Like once you know the structure that is being used by the framework, I think it also makes more sense. So I think that's the other piece to this is like, I don't know about you, but I'm definitely not like, this is all still very foreign. I'm seeing a lot of ends. I'm seeing a lot of defs, and it's just like, I'm losing touch at where some things are.
No, I agree. I'm kind of with you on that as well. Like it is new. It is very like it's brand new. Like it's getting thrown into the deep end, because I don't know Elixir like syntax at all. So
okay, but let's look at kind of what's happening here, and then I know we want to actually try and build something in here. So we'll see if this is going to happen.
Yeah.
So okay, so we have this Hello Phoenix. Great. Nothing is actually happening in here. It doesn't seem like we're basically just setting this up. And then we have this Hello Phoenix web. where it's actually doing all of the work. I get why this is happening now. So I think that they have these files in, I get it. I didn't realize it before because I was on the assets. Okay, go to here. It's Simulink. Yeah. So, okay, that makes sense. So when we're touching things in here, it's technically coming into the static folder. So technically, it is all technically in this static privilege folder, and we're just kind of doing all of our work over here. That tracks. Okay. And then hello web. So we're pulling in all of this static stuff. We're setting up our router.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're importing common connections and controller functions using the pipeline. So we're pulling in Pheonix controller, which will allow for us to use these controllers, I expect. We're pulling in the router, which I'm guessing, again, will allow us to use the router. And then I'm guessing this plug connection is probably for the database.
One thing I would like to point out is I believe, so right where you are, the live view and the Phoenix, I think the live view router might be a different thing as well. So if you go back to the endpoint.ex.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah, this is all about the WebSocket stuff.
I believe so. I think. Wait. Let me.
Yeah, Phoenix Live View socket. I think you're absolutely right.
Same thing again.
Yeah.
Because it has. It should have. Yeah. There's like the static endpoints, and then there's the live reloading endpoints. So I think the plug.static would be kind of your static endpoint.
Yeah, that tracks. Okay, so that's that. Defining the channel, again, I think the channel is all around the WebSocket stuff. That would track to me. That tracks to you too, hey?
Yeah.
And then our controller that we're setting up in here, so use our Pheonix controller, hello web. So the layout is coming from the hello Pheonix web layouts folder, which I don't see here. Maybe it's just defining it.
It's in the components.
It's in components. Of course it is. Okay, perfect. And then, another connection, the get text stuff, verified routes. This is the live view stuff, HTML, CSRF tokens. Yeah, there's a lot of really great stuff in here.
Yeah. I just don't know if everything is useful for first, like when you're first starting.
So, no, I don't think so. Yeah. I mean, WebSockets are nice. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's good to have.
I think I would say it depends, just because you need to see what type of, like, let's say if you're using live view, like live reloading, then you're going to use WebSockets a lot more, right? And make your, I guess, your information flow from there.
So is this not what it is? Socket assigns or stateful values kept on the server side. This is different from the common state. This documentation is really dense. I mean, that's fine. It's like it's the documentation for this specific module, but my God, this is not an easy read.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it's easier than I think it is, but this seems really dense.
I would still go back to what I said. I think it's a little overwhelming when you get started with something like this, when you have no kind of past experience with the language at all.
Yeah. So, all right, we got this. We've got our layout stuff here. This is all making sense. It's just like some templating stuff, root stuff. That totally makes sense. Components things here. Great. Awesome. Modal. There's a modal on that page? What? Hold the phone. 4,000. No modal there. Is it just setting up so you have the modal?
Maybe.
That seems like an overreach. Why would you include the modal? See, that goes beyond framework, right? I feel like that goes beyond framework.
Which
maybe I'm also interpreting what this is wrong. Go into the core components.
Core components. All right.
It's just components, layouts, core components, and it's just like they're including a default modal.
Yeah.
Yeah, renders a modal. Like some of these things are, I mean, it's nice that they're there, like flash messages, simple form. I mean, I guess if you're going to have a framework, you might as well include all of this stuff, but this seems super heavy. I haven't seen this before.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It is very heavy.
What else is this? We got forms. We've got more form field stuff. Error messages, tables with generic styling. I mean, damn. They've like included a lot of stuff in here. So, I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't dislike it. I just think that, as we would say, this is a heavy starter. This is a heavy framework to use, I think. I feel like there's probably lighter Elixir frameworks. What if there's other top 10 Elixir frameworks? Okay, let's pull this over here. Advantages of Elixir, limitations of Elixir. What are some other ones? Nerves. Modular framework, Elixir, commonly used to work on development of applications that need to be embedded. That's not for us, but modular framework. Sugar seems like one. Hedwig, bot framework, plug framework, micro frameworks.
Plug we were using, right? For connection stuff.
Maybe
if you go up, because we're doing communicating between them, allows other frameworks to communicate between them. And provides connection.
Okay. Interesting. I'm interested. Trot Elixir. An Elixir web micro framework. Routes are defined. Does this include a starter?
This seems
this seems a lot like this is kind of what I guess I would expect, right? Like this much more straightforward. I may be wrong though. This might not actually be as straightforward as I think it is. Live, mixed tasks, trot, template. Yeah, template, slim, templating engine for slim files, HAML files, API rendering template, not found, router, template. Yeah, like this seems a lot more handle. Like if you look in here, this is a light framework.
Yeah.
Makes sense that we're dealing with this in Phoenix. I mean, do we want to go mess around? Do we want to try and start to do an implementation? We got about 20 minutes until I think we want to kind of focus on our DevCools stuff. Do we want to play around and see what we can do?
Yeah, let's play around with the Phoenix stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
Give it like another 5 minutes, and let's actually see what the starter project has given us. So maybe let's go to router.ex and see what routes we have access to. So we have the homepage and we have the API.
And then we have
/dev.
Do we have /dev? Is that active? Hold on, let me pull this up. Where am I hiding? Hello Phoenix /dev. Okay, there we go. Oh, so, no route found for /dev.
Okay, because there is more available routes. There are. So there's a mailbox preview. That's interesting. Oh,
Oh, no way. They've included a mail server within this if you're sending mail. That's cool. If that's true. Dashboard.
And ooh.
Whoa.
This is why you need all of those things.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I get it. Holy moly. That's a lot to include in a framework, like a dash. Dang. So that's why it has the WebSocket stuff. Okay. Now I understand. That makes much more sense. I mean, that's pretty awesome that you can track all of this stuff with like the base level there.
Mm-hmm.
But that does seem, that's a lot of stuff to include.
It is a lot of stuff. And it's like, it tells us what is kind of using or what's started.
Yeah. Like that's a powerful framework, actually. What ports we're using, memory allocations, OS data. No, I'm not going to. Enabling OSMon in min.exs. I actually do want to do that. Let's see what we're missing. All right, so we were in, not in here, in config. Is it runtime or config?
It's neither.
Which one? Where is it? Where are we hiding? Mix.
Yeah.
Here we go. And let's see, is it going to live update? I'm going to assume it will, or if I'm going to have to rebuild, enable. Yeah, I'm going to have to rebuild.
What if you restart? Or sorry, refresh the page? Because this might be a cached copy of the page that you are on. So if you go back and then just.
No.
All right.
I mean, it's not the end of the world. All right, let's go. Oh, all right.
Twice, I think. See?
Okay, let's see if that did it. Oh, there we go.
Yep. All this data.
I mean, it doesn't look like it's pulling much in, but I mean, this is good. I mean, I get it now. I definitely get why it's so powerful, or why it has so many of those things.
Yeah.
What were other endpoints? Endpoints, config, runtime router, mailbox. Oh, we just wanted to go back to that /dev, and then it'll show us the rest of the stuff. Assets, page live, page mailbox. I mean, dang. Good for you. Good for you, Pheonix. You're heavier than I would hope you to be, but you're powerful as heck. Like, that is very cool. I'm not upset about that. I mean, I'm semi upset, but not incredibly upset. Headers. That's very cool. Okay. I want to see if we can actually do this. Let's start building something. We've investigated. Let's go and actually see if we can create something. We're going to create a new endpoint. We're going to call it /DevCycle. We're going to try and build something DevCycle. So we have an example app. If you don't know this, DevCycle's got a bunch of example apps that we've kind of developed recently. We're going to try and recreate one. Enable live dashboard. I think that I'll need to put it in here. Scope and get.
I'm gonna say how you worked on a lot of these PHP ones.
I did, and many of them have been killed, and that's okay. I went too hard. I went too hard on my frameworks. But the team that's doing these, Emma and Laura and Kobe, like, they are so good. There's so many.
They're doing amazing. Yeah. I actually, so today I went in and I'm like, I'm just gonna use an example app to test something real quick. And it worked like flawlessly. It was beautiful.
It was great. Okay, so we're not doing anything in here, I don't think. Although maybe we are. Hello web telemetry. I feel like the documentation is going to be where we want to look. Let's go back to Pheonix Framework. Not Twitter. Pheonix Framework, getting started. Yes. We did all this stuff. CD hello, we did all this stuff. Peace of mind, awesome. Screen looks like this. Stop and hit it twice. Community, awesome. Packages, glossary, great. Directory structure. Okay, here we go. It builds a top level directory structure like this. Build assets live. Hello. Okay. Oh, I guess wait, so there was a way to get a smaller one?
I'm not sure.
What this makes it seem as though when we run this command, what did we run?
We did run. I think we ran.
Maybe it's like a specific. Let me do a new terminal. So we ran. Oh, that's running a whole bunch of other commands. Let's go back to here. So we ran in the setup guide. Get started. Hello. We did all that stuff. CD hello. So that should have just created. Oh, ecto Phoenix mix. Yeah, this is what we did. So it should have been very simple. Yeah, I think that's what we did. I mean, let's run this again and see what happens.
Let's run the one that they had and then see what happens.
Yeah, this one right here. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so let's
That
go. That's what I thought. I was pretty sure that's what we ran. I mean, let me run it again and see what happens. Okay, so that should have run it in. Now we have this hello folder. No, I don't know what the heck we ran.
Oh, it's because we did is it because we added the database in there? I don't think that should matter.
Okay, so hold on. Hold the phone. So we came in here, mix archive install, new. Did we run this? Install the Elixir framework.
We did the first part. Second part, we did that, but instead of demo, we just called it hello.
It's this archive.install thing that we did.
We did run that, yeah.
No, but I think this is it. I think this archive.install thing no, because that just sets it up. That's right. Why did we end up with this really heavy thing? I'm so confused.
Oh, there's also the no ecto flag. Ecto allows to communicate with data store. You can skip dependency by passing the no ecto flag.
Did I go through the guide here? Summary, up and running. No, I don't understand what we did. I'm gonna have to go watch this afterwards. So we ended up with a very, very heavy app here, this Hello Phoenix app. This is a much more digestible app. This is so much better. Components, layouts, controllers.
It's the same, no? Or
no. So it's missing. So this has only got just this, and then it's missing a lot of those. So if we look in our Hello Phoenix one that we're running right now, so we see them of assets and config, and we've got this stuff here with that. I think where it gets really complicated is in maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is exactly the same.
Seems very similar. I'll put it there, but also
you're not wrong. It is literally exactly the same. Andrew's having a moment. Ignore Andrew. It's the same. We're gonna delete this. Andrew's having a moment. Okay, it is the same. It's just that we named it something different. So let's try and build something with this. So how will we? First thing we need to do is create a new route. I mean, you can navigate through in here too. So what do we need to do? I think we need to go into.
Wait. Yes, this is the one. And then let me close all these.
We're going into the router, hey?
Yep.
Router. Okay. And then we've got use Hello Phoenix web router browser accepts HTML, all this stuff, and pipeline API accepts JSON, pipe through browser. Yeah. So we're going to be doing this again.
Yes, we will be doing that again. Other scopes, we have custom stacks. What happens if I do just that?
You're just going to rename it to something?
No, this pipes to the API. So anything when you, I'm assuming that this would do so that if you do /API/ whatever, then it would just go through the API instead of going through the browser, because browser makes it so that you're getting an HTML, you're getting like doing all the other stuff.
Yeah, surprise, no route found, but it doesn't necessarily mean if I did a request against it, it might find something.
Wait, I didn't save it. I don't think I saved the file after you did that, or before you did that.
Okay, I'm gonna go now. I wonder if it'll update or if we're gonna have to go. I have a feeling that we may have to run again. Let's go and restart it then. No, in here. And let's go no. All right, and let's go cd hello. Wait, I'm running over here. That's why. Handle Phoenix. Make this bigger. Okay, done compiling, rebuilding. No, so it should be working. Whatever, I'll restart it again. Great, and close that. Yeah, it's not seeing that get API endpoint.
What happens if you go down and can you check the request headers? Oh, right there, the headers. Yeah, and we can see if it's actually it still has if it's expecting an HTML or if it's expecting JSON. Yeah, it says accept HTML, so it didn't pipe through properly from the looks of it. Because what I was looking at was because in our pipeline on the router, we have browser pipeline and API pipeline. So I'm expecting the /API to have the accepts JSON. And maybe, I think it's because we are calling it from the browser instead of calling it from Postman or curling into it, because then it would be accepting JSON.
Can you Postman on local? No, you can't, hey?
You can. You can Postman on local.
Do you have to have it? Is it an app though, or like a local app?
Yes, I have an app installed.
Download Postman. Let me grab it. Mac Intel chip, Mac Apple chip. Great. Grab that. Postman for ARM. Great. Unlock Postman app. And open. And move to applications folder. Applications. Great. Yes. Wonderful. Log in.
The one then download after you move it.
Yeah, that is a good call. Open your browser. Yes. Sign in with SSO. Hopefully I just automatically log in. Awesome. Great. Okay, so let's close this. Close this. Bring this over and see if this API route is working. So we should be calling no, and let's full screen this or make it a little bit bigger. All right, workspaces, new, curl.
Yeah, just.
And we're localhost 4000/API. Okay, nope, it's returning. What are you returning? No route error at post, but that's fine because we actually wanted to do a curl against this, right?
We should be able to do that. I'm just trying to hack together a quick API, just a hello world return, just to see what it would look like. So page controller, and we would need a hello controller. Makes sense. Is there views? No, I don't see no views. All right, I'm just going to create a new controller in the controller's fire API _
By the way, if you're watching, let's go see what he's doing. We can actually see all this stuff, and it is rebuilding. So all this stuff is happening in real time. Let's go back into controllers. So we got an API controller here.
All All right, API controller. I just want to send a hello world. So I think we should be, let's see, what do we have here? Yeah.
Hello Phoenix web.api.
And then we're just going to do this. All right. Getting some help from
we should see it working now. Let's go into Postman again and let's do that again, doing a get request against that. Nope, still not working.
Maybe because
maybe it's a header thing here actually.
Create corresponding view. Oh, why do I need a view? I don't need a view. So hello Phoenix web, but our hello Phoenix web is this here, which is our whole module, which we would need another one of for the API, if I understand correctly.
Let's go back over here. All right, so we've done this here. So where are you right now? Are you in the Redder?
I am in the where it says hello Phoenix web.
Yep.
So I'm just trying to see how I can add another controller in here easily, or maybe just copy and make another controller for the API. I don't know if I would need to do that, but just kind of scrolling and seeing if there's anything I can add things into.
Endpoints, hello Phoenix. Get. If I just do like get, what does it return if I just go get slash?
All right. This should just have a get, and then it doesn't know what API.hello action controller would be. Right? Yeah, I don't think it would know what that is. Yeah, I don't know how you do it, Andrew. Coding while coding on stream sometimes it seems very daunting.
I don't know. I feel like there's something here though, because it's not clear when you go in and do these things. It's like, I feel like this is kind of part of the journey of live coding. It's like, it does actually end up with being this big challenge of like, how do you figure this out in real time and have people be entertained? But I also, you know what I've realized is there's been no music going this entire stream because I muted the music. It's too late now. It's too late now. I'm gonna leave the music off. If y'all are watching this VOD, I'm sorry there was no music. But I'm not going to throw it on for the last half hour. It's too late. It's too late for that. And you're really here for us. You're really here for us in the code. Exactly. You're not here for the music. You're not here for the music. And if you were here for the music, you came for the wrong thing today. Yep. Okay, so okay, so we're over in router. Are we good? Like, are we good to do a try on the /hello?
No, I don't think so.
The answer is hard no. Get hello action controller. Hello action controller. So by the way, I will say that while Parth is kind of building this out, I will say that like I'm very impressed at the smoothness of getting the Postman app set up. I didn't realize they had a desktop app. Of course, it makes sense that they did, but I did not realize that they did. But I'm interested that you can't do and I feel like I realized this because I tried to do a curl command from here before. You can't actually do a curl command. It will actually convert it into this. If you try and do it, it'll convert it into this, the like standard way that it has it set up here. These like the standard HTTP type.
But I have a little nugget for you.
What's the nugget?
All right, let's do this one quick thing. Let's go to app.devcycle.com real quick.
App.devcycle.com. Let's go. Oh, are we going over to grab the curl command over there?
The curl command from there, yeah.
All right, let's go grab that. We'll pull it over here. We're going to load that up. It's going to load me into prod. Oh, no, we're not in prod. Bum, bum, bum. Come on. We definitely bit off more than we could chew for today's stream. We got too excited, Parth. We got too excited.
Yes, we did get too excited.
You know what though? I'm okay with that. Open Feature Support. That's a new
and prod.
Okay, let's get out of prod. So I don't accidentally curl something that I don't want to curl. I also love that my only other organization that I'm part of is your test org, Parth.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go over into our features and we're going to go into our hello toggle bot and we're going to scroll down here and grab this curl command and go to post. And what am I doing in here?
Okay, instead of doing that, you see the just do Command T, like create a new tab now.
Okay.
Now just paste.
Just paste right there.
Yeah. All right.
Nothing happened.
It's because we have our variables and everything that we need to set.
Hold on. Hold the phone. Okay. So
okay.
I did something different where I actually was able to paste raw text in here and it processes it in correct format. But you are absolutely right. That said, if we just do this curl command, so let's just do the curl command here.
How about this? Let's make all the changes here and then we copy it and then paste it elsewhere.
So we're going to make our changes over. Oh, I see. So we're actually going to go and do this off screen. We're not giving you our keys, everybody. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are on the stream? We're going to go into here and we're going to go into our notes. We haven't used notes this entire stream. This is the moment. All right, I'm going to put it in here and then I'll, oh, there we go. Don't dox yourself, Andrew. Don't, I'm not going to use this key anyways. All right, so let's grab this and put this key right here. And let's grab our user ID and put it right here. And let's grab our variable key. Do we actually, variable key and put it right here. And now this should work, right, Parth?
Yes, it should work.
We're not going to be disappointed. I hope you're right. All right, we're going to do a new tab, Command T, and then we're going to paste
it, and then
boom. And let's see.
Request.
Does it respond? Does it have the right headers? It does have the right headers. Send. Let's go. Variable not found. Oh, I love it. Not found, but that doesn't matter. The important thing is that it worked, everybody. And we did a thing with technology today. Okay. So do we want to try and get this? We need to get this hello world working. Do we think we're going to be able to do it?
We have 20 minutes in the scheduled stream.
Let's try another 5. Let's try another 5 minutes with this. We're going to give another 5 minutes to you, Pheonix, because we really want to see how this works. Close others, discard all. Pheonix. Oh, I got to go back. That's right. I got to go over here and then here. Okay, so I might be switching over to use this this editor actually. Now that I'm getting the feel for it, I'm like, ooh, this is actually pretty nice. Okay, so API controller. So this is what we should be returning. It should be in. Is it the endpoint that we need to change? Is there anything in here?
So I'll say one thing. What we're doing right now is not something that users would be doing, because we're using this as a backend server now and kind of making a call to the backend server to make an API call and like kind of see that. If you use Next, we can Next allows this as well, where you can kind of make backend, like you have your own backend and you can make backend calls to that. It's designed for your front end to be making backend calls to that, and then using those backend, you use that backend to proxy all of your other calls through there. Sorry, I was getting too many Slack notifications.
No worries.
Second, but that's what we're doing right now, and we will see if this works how we want it. But yeah, what do we think about that? If we don't have a view and we're only using it as a just backend to say hi, and then it'll respond back saying hello.
Let's see if it works.
See if it works.
Okay, so we're gonna go back over to here, and it should just be a GET request to, what are we calling? /API / nothing, or just /API?
/hello, or yeah, I think it should be /hello.
/hello. Okay, and I've got this set as my content height JSON.
Oh wait, there is an API controller. We do have hello world. Oh wait, did I? Wait.
Yeah, you set that up.
I did do that. Oops.
Oh, hold on. Okay, here's the thing. So it does actually see that, but it says the error that I'm seeing here. Preview.
Oh, I just created another file that does that. I'll delete this file.
So I think this actually works. I think we did do it.
Let me delete this file 1 second.
Yeah, delete the file, and then I think we should there. But it is actually seeing the endpoint, so that's good. It's seeing the endpoint. It's seeing what we want it to do.
Mm-hmm. So we have our greetings, hello world, and hello Pheonix API controller.
All right. By the way, if you're following along, we're not in the endpoint. We've got our router where we've set up that API endpoint, and then all of our stuff is happening, not here. Our stuff is happening here in our API controller, right? Is that where everything is, or is it in the page controller? Where is it right now?
It would be in the API controller.
Yeah, exactly. So this is where we are. So, I see.
And I'm trying to go to the router and see if this works.
So I kind of wish you could see in a more visible way where people are in here. Okay.
Yeah, it needs you to like follow the person. All right, we got something.
Something has happened here. Let's go back to our pretty view. No. Actually, why am I doing that? Preview. Function hello Pheonix web is undefined.
Okay, hello Pheonix.
Oh, hello Pheonix web .api .hello Pheonix web is not available.
Yeah, API.hello Pheonix web is not available, which makes, I think, sense. If we go back to the API controller, hello Pheonix web .api controller does just hello Pheonix web as a controller. If I'm in the page controller has the hello Pheonix web as I need to maybe change the name to be hello Pheonix API.
Let's see if it did it. Something's changed. Okay, compilation error now.
Is not available or is yet to be defined. Hello Pheonix.
Is not loaded or could not be found.
I think I know what I did wrong. Maybe we'll figure it out.
We're gonna get there. Components. No, we're not in there. There's nothing that we need to change there. Man, I'm glad this is you. I love that I'm driving and you're really driving. This is exactly what I hope for every time. I think but I do think that page controller. No, hello web. Oh, you actually need to go and define this module as like a separate thing. So, we've got like the hello Pheonix.ex and then the folder there.
Yeah.
I think you just need to go and actually do
one of the,
create a new folder that's hello _Pheonix _API, and then create a hello _Pheonix _API.ex file.
I see. There is like a generated way of doing that, I think.
I expect so.
Yeah, but
okay,
we want to
route
get past it.
generator, Pheonix Elixir. Pheonix router is efficient. Generating routes. There we go.
Mhm.
Helpers, get pages show, generating routes. For generating routes inside your application, see the Pheonix verified routes documentation. Provide route generation with compile time verification. Use Cider macro allows us. Redirect to will be verified against your router. Options, usage, mix, compile. Yeah, this is not what I think we were thinking it is when we say generating routes. Or P-based route, which is a preferred way to generate routes and URLs with compile time verification. Documentation for P-based route. Tracking, usage, summary, functions, import. Did you decide what you're going to do?
I was just like,
I cannot find anything in this generation documentation. It's not actually, okay, what if I just like Google create new Pheonix Elixir route command? Routing command, come on, new route from user input, how to enter it programmatically. I don't think this is what I want.
oh, no, I don't think that's what you want. That's
trying to either. That's different. Is there a way to define custom routes? Pheonix route. Let's create a route. Okay, here we go. Ooh, Elixir casts, mix teacher, echo create. We can now run page to print out defined routes. Running it. Top of the module. Okay. Get request. Now we understand. At the top of the module. Okay, this is outlining stuff. Let's play a message. Put flash. Mix PHP routes. Okay, hold on. Now that we basically understand what's happening, let's find something. Let's create a route that will accept a post request. We'll use the post function, give it a path, and this we will just use create.
Yes.
The controller, page controller. We now need to define our create function in order to handle our new route. Let's open our page controller and create cons parameter. PHP mix routes. Create. Get requests. Yeah, so there's no generator to do it. It doesn't look like page controller / create. Define our create function. Let's create a route that will accept it. Just create. In this case, we just create the controller and the function create. Now that we define our create function, route, server, resources, router. Movie controller, user, res, resources. Oh, okay. Hold on. That might make sense to me now. No, probably not. Router, lib, Phoenix Web, Phoenix. No, Phoenix Web, router, browser, scope, pipe through browser. Their API there. Resources / movies / movie controller in teacher web router.ex. What if I do this? Let's go. That'll create.
You need to do that first, right?
Okay, so that creates a movies controller. And then if I went into teacher web page controller. Okay. We'll call for the movie controller. If we go to the command line, start routes, movie controller. Okay, let's go controllers. Let's call this one new file, and let's call this one test controller.ex. We're both programming something. Let's see who will get to a response first. That's really what we're doing right now. Router, movies, let's call this test controller. Test controller, let's call this test. And what's it telling me to do over here? And this one's create timer sleep, create something, flash, render index.html. By command line, list all our routes. Let's go and see if this has found our routes here. Let's go here and there. Oh, we're in the wrong folder. CD, hello, Phoenix. Let's go, big space routes. Logged kernel use, cannot compile hello Phoenix. Oh, it's still throwing that error with the API controller.
Oh, we can remove all the API controller stuff.
I'll
delete the folder. I deleted the API controller folder.
All right, let's see if it's finding it now. Okay, so it's finding that test folder that I just created, test controller index. Okay, so that's good. So it is finding that test endpoint. Oh, it is finding that API /hello.
Well, yeah, it is. It has that endpoint because it's, I think, defined in the router.
Yes, that's fair. It's interesting though, because this is like the actual straightforward way of doing this. So like, it's so funny that like you actually test. Oh, this actually created, what is going on? Hello Phoenix web controllers test.
Oh, it has it has tests for all the like it. I mean, of course.
Yes. That makes sense. Okay, there.
Stuff at
controllers. Hello Phoenix web controllers. Test controller, and then I'm not actually returning anything in here. I wonder if I can return just an API response. Does it give me an option over here?
You could just do like a flash and see what.
Yeah, we can literally just copy this, I guess, and see what happens. I don't think anything's going to happen, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. Test controller.
Would that not go inside the page controller?
So maybe I don't actually. It might page controller.
Page controller, because you're basically creating a new page controller where you have home.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I think in the router, it would be where you have page controller home. It would be post page controller, and then so at the top, you know how you just do page controller and home? It would just be post slash I don't know, something, and then page controller, and then colon create. Yeah, so the post.
Oh, I see what you're doing now. Okay, I much more understand what is happening right now. I was very confused. I'm just going to delete this test control things. We don't need that anymore. I get this now. Yes. Okay, and then we're going to do create. Yes, so now we're going to do a post to there, and that should work. So let's go over to our example app, and let's go here to localhost, and we should be able to go to / it should just a post command.
Yeah.
And we're going to do post into here and / create, or just a post, right? Straight up post.
It's at there.
Okay. You know what though? This isn't actually throwing the error. This is just throwing that there's a CSRF issue, but that's actually not the end of the world. It might also be the application JSON stuff that I'm trying to send through. Oh, there we go.
No, it's still the same thing. It's just
is it still storing the same error, just a different way? So it's not, I mean, at the end of the day, I would say, let me just do enable SSL certificate. Maybe that, I don't think that's going to make a difference, but we'll see. See if that solves it. I don't think it will. Body preview. No, we're still going to get this CSRF token issue. So, and I think that's related just to the way that we're trying to implement here. It's not like actually an API response that we're trying to implement. We're actually trying to implement like a Flash.
Oh, right? We also don't have the page controller does not have the def.
The def create.
Yeah. What was it? Flash, I think.
Hold on, let me grab it. from that example, up and running. Oh, maybe, do I still have it saved? No, I don't save there. Let's go over here. Phoenix routes, there we go. So this was the flash command.
Yeah, you
paste it over here.
There.
Am I putting it inside of that end? So this is what it was.
Yeah, just save that and we will see what it does.
Is that right?
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah, it should be good. Okay, let's maybe get rid of mine, delete that. Let's do the post request now.
Wait, did you, we might need the arrows, like.
Oh, we do. Yes, we do.
Render.
Okay, I'm gonna delete yours.
Yeah, go for it.
And then we'll save that redirect actually, because we'll need that redirect. Your record was, you created something. Awesome. Info. Okay, good. So now let's delete this because it's the same logic. Save. Oh, what broke? Oh, it's that dot. Okay, good. Now let's do our API post. Hey, oh, that's the wrong post. Wrong window.
Reason.
Compilation error. What's our error? Undefined, not available, or yet to be defined.
Oh, it's the web. It's the API things that I did. Can you open up the error one more time? Oh, yeah. We can just comment out the whole API section.
Where is that? Oh, right here.
Scope API. Yeah.
Okay, let's comment this out.
Including that. The end. You need the end in there as well.
Oh, I do need the end in there as well. You are correct. All right, let's see if that worked. And then we're going to finish this up. We'll see if we get this today. If not, it's not the end of the world. Okay, still getting that console error. Hello, page controller is not defined. Is it maybe this API stuff too?
No, should not be that.
No, it shouldn't be that.
I don't know. Okay, there is something wrong because I don't like. I don't know if I see the most. Oh, I do see the most updated version now. Okay, for a second I wasn't seeing the most up-to-date version on Zed, the cloud.
Maybe that's there.
The cloud native pro.
Interesting. Page controller, just as such a function to be imported, but none are available. Page controller. Timer sleep, create. Okay, why is this page controller to define such function or for it to be imported, but none are available? Redirect 3. Oh, maybe it's just this redirect thing.
Oh, it could just be redirect. Yeah, we can just do render.
Yeah,
render the same thing.
Yeah. There we go. Let's try that now. See if that works. Okay, good things have happened. That's working again. Come on, we need a success. Still getting that CSRF thing, but I think that's a less of an us and more of an implementation thing. But I do know we're kind of almost at the hour. Do you have more time? Do we have another 10 minutes?
I do have time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna take a little bit longer than kind of normal folks, just because we want to fix this. We're developers. We want to, or at least one of us is. So we want to be able to get at least this working for us before we go. Put flash, render, do create something. Maybe just get rid of the sleep timer. I don't think that's gonna do anything, but we'll see. Post, send.
Oh, this is the wrong post.
Wrong one. Get rid of that. Don't save. Don't save this one. Localhost post. I think we're still getting in our body the CSRF. Okay, let's plug CSRF. Let's see if we can figure out the solution to that. Oh, plug CSRF token, plug session, plug CSRF protection. Sorry, I'm looking at this over on the other screen. Invalid CSRF error on Phoenix. Router. What are your solutions here? I explicitly add to my login form, then it's added and everything works on the latest Phoenix. If I add it to my login form for connection, it must be because we're trying to do a post request on that page. which does make sense. And get's just going to return. What if we change the get to not return that? What?
Yeah, we can just make it so that the get does the put flash.
Yeah. Yeah, let's try that and see if that works.
Are you doing it? All right, okay, I can do it.
Okay, let's see if that updates. And then am I canceling out this first one? Or did you
move you can it around. Can you go to router.ex? Just make sure that things are there. Yeah.
Yeah, we got our /home/great get, and then we're gonna talk take out that one. Okay, so that should then, if we do a get request there, it should do that flash message now.
I believe so.
No function matching render. Render is deprecated. What in the world
as well?
are you doing? Create, that should be working. Yes, we love that. And then controllers, page controller, create, put flash. We're using render, home layout. We're literally using the same thing here. What if I
just remove the arrow?
Let's see if that does it. Let's refresh this. Okay, we're not getting errors here anymore. It may just be that we don't have the flash message there. Send. Okay, so we're not getting errors anymore, which is good, but we're also not seeing that flash message. Put flash. It may not be in the actual
arrows here. Like that?
No. I think that should be fine. Hold on. Let me look at the code example we were using. Hold on. Let's just do flash message in Pheonix Elixir. Pheonix controller flash handles one-time flash messages. No, so it should look like this. Render con notice flash get notice handles one-time messages. Messages can be stored in the session. Notice. Okay, this is an example. Great. Index create. Notice flash con get notice. Push notice. It might be that. Oh, we might need to add this. Let me copy this over.
Yeah, I did change it to use the other flash, but we get
Does that make sense? Like, does this work? So this is what I just grabbed from there. So flash put. So you just changed it to that?
I did do flash put, yeah.
Okay, and then we should actually do
redirect, or we don't need to do redirect.
We shouldn't have to. It should be the same as the other one. So let's just delete that stuff. Okay, and let's see. So we should get our flash message now. Undefined module flash is not available.
So need to add the module.
Yeah, it should just be use flash. Nope. Function flash is not defined. So in the other example that we were looking at, they did actually define flash get connection notice down here, flash put info. So here they defined on index render connection index.
But do they have flash brought in? Maybe we need to do
it's just a code. Let me look at the actual source example for this one, because they actually didn't include the entire source. So let's go look at this. Phoenix doc controller dot flash.
Yeah, but that's just kind of what it like.
Yeah, exactly. Flash. See if they're pulling in flash anywhere else. Return message from flash. No, it doesn't look like they're defining it anywhere. Calling it anywhere. Flash message Phoenix. Controllers, hello, web controller, layouts false, actions, page controllers, yes. Where was it? Flash messages. Oh, it's right there. Flash messages. Render, put flash. Let's pretend we have an error. Put flash, render. Oh, in order to see Flash message, you'll need to be able to retrieve them in template layout, Flash group Flash. Let's see. Do we have that in our code base? Let's go to our template.
I lost my screen.
Yes. Employees, templates, components, controllers, endpoint, no assets, no config, no lib, hello Phoenix web, components, layouts, app, Flash. Is that in here? Flash.
Oh, Flash group.
Oh, yeah, Flash is there. Perfect. So that's all set up. So we should then just be able to do it this way. And so this, yeah, try that. It may actually just be the way that we were trying to implement it. And then I'll delete this stuff down here because this is just.
And then, yeah.
And then render should be in the arrow as well. So it should actually be, I think. Yeah, and then bring it up a line. So I think that should do what we want it to do, I assume. But we've assumed that before, and we've been wrong. So compile error, undefined variable. Oh, where did I put use? Whoops. That was on me. Okay, no function clause. No function clause in the render. Con, home, layout, false. Is this not exactly create, render?
Maybe it's just the con that we have, the extra con.
Yeah, it was. No, that's it. It's working now, but we're not getting a Flash message. Where's the Flash message? It should be showing up.
What is line number 11? Where should that be?
Hold on. Line 11 here, this con?
Yeah.
Oh, good question. Where are you in Flash messages? Yeah, it should be just above. So it should be depth. So this is like the full code that we should be seeing there. But it's in the right spot, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, con, render, con.
But the other render is in the arrow.
Yes, it was. It's so interesting because they're not rendering.
No, you need to render without the con now.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. So let's bring it back and then get rid of the con and see if that does it. Okay, what? Okay.
You created something.
That's interesting. All right, so, oh my goodness. Wow. Did that seem like a lot of work to you?
Yeah. But I think that is because we did not know what we were doing.
Yeah, that's fair. Don't know Elixir and then don't know the framework itself. You're not wrong. But I'm also like, that seems like a lot.
Yeah. Maybe we should have bit a little less than we chew.
You know what though? We're gonna finish things off. We're gonna take another. It was a fun ride, and we explored a lot of cool tech so far. Maybe do you want to look at a couple of newsletters? We can kind of just wrap things up now. What are you feeling?
Yeah, I think we can, up to you, actually, if you are down for...
yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We're here. We might as well keep jumping through, finish things off well. So I'm going to let me pull up some of our newsletters. Okay. So actually, Parth, before we move on, hype or helpful, Elixir Pheonix?
I think for somebody that does not know Elixir, I would say it does have a lot of cool things to be using, but just because we don't know how to use it, I would say maybe a little bit of hype, but it could be helpful. It's just that you need to know the ins and outs of things before you can make that decision, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
We are just, at least I would say, I am ill-advised to make a decision at the moment, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think as a non-Elixir developer, I want to say like hype a little bit, but also I don't know what programming with Elixir regularly looks like, so it might actually be very helpful. I think looking at Zed, I'm very hype. Or not hype, like not hype, very good, like very helpful.
Yeah,
like after the setup, I'm digging it.
I think it's it has a little bit of a learning curve just because like it is made differently. But other than that, like it's expecting you to know some stuff. Like it's forcing you things like one way or another. It's the way I would put it is like, let's say it's when you're going from zero to linear. It's like when you first go to linear, you're just like, oh, where is everything? And then you realize there's like a shortcut to just find anything you want. And now I just use a shortcut for everything. So it's like it makes life a lot easier.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. Okay, so so we've got Zed that we've looked at today. Definitely helpful. We've got Pheonix and Elixir. A lot to bite off if you don't know Elixir. Like, I think that's really the answer to this question. Don't use Pheonix if you're getting started with Elixir. That would be my personal take. I think it's going to be too much. I think it's going to be hard to wrap your mind around the structure and just all of the little pieces. There's so much extra in there that you don't need if you're just trying to get started. So start with the language and then go on to the framework, which I think is true for most, but definitely true there. And then we're gonna kind of end off with maybe just one more thing. Maybe we'll leave the this week in React and just look at this. So TLDR. Parth, you introduced me to this and I signed up for this. What is TLDR?
Yeah, so I think for quite a while now, I've been kind of keeping up with a lot of the news with TLDR. You daily get like it's a newsletter which you get daily in mail. You could change the frequency of that if you want. So I think I am currently signed up for like 3 of them, and I have one of them. Like I think the DevOps one. I am a little like I'm like don't give me every day. I don't want too much DevOps. Like give me the web dev every day, and then the other one give me a little later. So it kind of just puts a lot of information in a place where you can find very easily, or gives you like bite-sized information where you kind of go into later, is what I would put it as. There are a lot of cool things. There are a lot of cool articles always mentioned, and also like GitHub repositories. So yeah, these are all of the ones that you can kind of look into.
Yeah, I really like that it's super targeted to like very specific audiences. Like, I think that's a really attractive piece about this is like, you're not getting tech news, you're getting relevant tech news for your area. And it's like laid out well enough that I think that's super interesting. Yeah. And so here's the latest one. This one was actually from like today or yesterday that came out. And so like kind of gives you a little sampling of what this looks like. And so there's something in here on like, these are very much like front end, the first couple of them. I think this is interesting, right? You're going from like front end testing to how to center a div, which are very different. Like, this is definitely like very beginner level. This is definitely something that's much more like intermediate senior level where you're actually worrying about testing. And then, yeah, I think this is cool too. Some Hacker News posts, memory new controls.
A bunch of tools and launches. So this could be a interesting way of looking at finding our next DevTools DevCools ideas, if you want. But
real-time.
There's also the miscellaneous section, which is always great because it's always like something new, I guess.
Yeah, what do we got in here? Internet traffic during Super Bowl, engineering practices for language learning model development. That's interesting. Foundations DB, quick links, 1 minute read, Kubetail, 100 years ago. These are kind of neat. This is interesting. These are like, this is, there's enough stuff in here that I definitely see this as being valuable. Honestly, this first link that I clicked in, like the launches, this looks like a much nicer slide.
Yeah. It's more thread oriented. It's something that us like DevCycle would love, because as you've seen, some of the threads go like 100 like messages in like an hour.
They do. Yeah, I'm very interested. I want to go. I actually want to go and explore this one a little bit more. Yeah, and I mean, you've been following this for a lot longer than I have, Parth. So I'm super curious. Like, have you found it valuable over the last period of time?
Yes, I would say so. Another, like, I think I found this on TLDR. It's called NIP, KNIP. It's just like it's a repository tool. And yeah, that one. It finds like unused stuff that in your code. So it's like
That's
files,
cool.
dependencies, exports, making your work a lot easier, like or like more kind of laid out, better laid out. I saw someone, I think it was an article about like somebody rewriting all of their code base, and they used NIP, and they're like, oh, we like, it happens with everybody. Like, you know, when you like add a new dependency, you're just gonna be like, oh, npm add this one, and then just like you don't remove it because nobody really removes dependencies.
Yeah, so
This
true.
finds all those for you, and then you'll be like, oh, these are not working. Like, these are the ones that you have which you're not using. I did this on the front end repo, and I found a couple of things that I was talking to Adam about, I think yesterday. So
I love that.
But I would say it is somewhat new, so I don't know how much confidence I put in it, or if it works like perfectly. The best thing would be to like start with a small repo before putting your like big repos in here. But I did find a lot of like, we have duplicate exports some places, and like it's just like small things like that. Doesn't impact like, it doesn't impact anything, but it's just like a nice to have at the end of the day.
Totally. I mean, this is sounding like helpful over hype. This sounds like this, and even honestly, like even just us talking through this today, like there's two tools that I've seen like in both NIP and Linen. Like I would go and look at those, and there's so much other stuff, other content that's in here that is nice, and it doesn't clog up your email inbox. Like you're not getting a million emails from them all the time. So like it's very, yeah, it's I feel like this is a nice one.
This is my like I'll get on the train, and then this is the first thing I'll open, read it, and then I'm like, okay. If I find something interesting, I'll open those links, and then like keep it open, and then get through it during the day. Like articles and stuff, like it tells you how long an article is, so you're like kind of mentally prepared. So I think that's like a pretty cool thing.
I love that. I think that's amazing. All right, this is pretty good. I mean, we've had so we did three big stacks today. Two were definitely helpful. One, not hype. Not necessarily helpful if you're just getting started.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I feel like there's some frameworks that actually work the other way around. Like it's actually easier to get started with the framework than it is to get started with the language. Like I would want to build a web app in vanilla JavaScript. I would want to build a web app using a framework that exists out there. Like I think just like the steps that you would need to go through to do that would be really challenging.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, but like building an API in JavaScript, not so hard, right? Like that's a fairly straightforward process. So anyways, I think today was like a pretty freaking awesome day. Like two helpfuls and one helpful with an asterisk of like, you definitely need to consider some of the other pieces, and
you can't go to the deep end. You need to go you need to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah. That said, their docs, not a huge fan of their docs, not super clean to find stuff. We actually had to go to other resources when we were looking up some of this stuff and like pull from other spaces. So, I mean, if you're watching this Pheonix team, like it sounds like you've got a really powerful framework that's out there. But definitely like navigating the documentation was a little bit more challenging. And I would like to see even just like the Elixir installation steps like be included in the Pheonix stuff. Like we had to go to the Elixir docs to install Elixir, and then we had to come back, and there just seemed to be some extra steps that weren't necessary in there. But I think like overall, like I think we did it. We made things, we got things working. We didn't fail at anything today, and I feel like that's a win. That's a win.
You got a Flash working.
We got a Flash working. That's a big deal, people. That is a big freaking deal.
Actually, I would say getting collaboration working was also a very big.
I do too. I agree. I actually really like that. I like having a native desktop app to be able to do collaboration versus having to use a cloud IDE and deal with all of the issues that you have to deal with the cloud IDE. Yeah. I think like I've used VS Code share stuff before. It's good, but that was a very good, it was a nice experience once we got there in Zed. So I will definitely be playing with Zed more. I think Zed may be like our DevTools and DevCools IDE of choice.
IDE of choice, yeah.
Yeah.
Just how like Bun has been our package manager of choice.
Exactly. So 3 big technologies today to kick us off. That's super exciting. How are you feeling, Parth? Are you feeling like you made the right choice joining as co-host for DevTools this season? Yeah,
I love talking. I was just talking. We had a conversation with Anthony earlier, and it was just like, yeah, you just love talking. I'm like, yeah, I can talk. So it's fun, and I think doing something like this, it's cool. I think maybe for next time it would be helpful if we were kind of taking a more contained approach. So we are well versed with what we're trying to get to. But
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of fun. I agree. I do think we got it. Our scope got real wide. I will definitely agree with you there. But it was fun. I think like that experience would be something that if somebody else was like, oh, Phoenix sounds like a really good idea. I think like they got to see the challenges that we face. So hopefully it's valuable for you, viewers of our stream, that you saw us struggle together. And yeah, next time we're going to explore. So speaking of next time, this is a monthly stream now. So we'll be back again in March with our next DevTools and DevCools. If you have got a suggestion for a tool or a cool that you would like us to check out, let us know over in Discord. I'll put that up on the banner now. So you can join the community by visiting bit.ly/DevCycle Discord. Check it out. Parth and I are both over there. Send us a DM. Just throw it out in the general chat. We'd love to know if there's a cool tool that you have found for us to check out. But with all that said, Parth, I'll leave the final word to you for today. How would you like to leave our first DevTools and DevCools of the year?
I would say it was like, it's been fun. And like kind of, I think again, I think everybody said it, but like the energy Andrew brings just makes it like a lot more fun. So there's always that. The DevTools and DevCools, like the whole kind of idea around it is also like very cool. Very like something that you want to kind of feel like I enjoy being part of it. This is like, it's fun just trying new things because it's gonna be daunting to try these things on your own, and also like just carving out some time to do it was also like kind of the other challenge that everybody faces. So this is a great way of like doing that. But yeah, that's all I'll say. I think it's fun. It's been fun. And maybe Andrew can get us some stuff, some new tools to look at from his trip.
We're gonna look at some. Yeah, my trip next month off to Paris to KubeCon. It's gonna be cool. We're gonna get lots of tools there. So Parth, thank you for being here as my co-host. Everybody that's watching this stream live or is catching the VOD, thank you for sticking around until the end. Hopefully this was a valuable stream for you. And we hope that you will return for our next stream next month. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your day, and we will see you around the DevCycle community. Bye-bye, everybody.
Yeah, if you're in Paris, you can roll the dice with Andrew.
Hey, bye.